Malaysia. Now, Menopause the Musical is so much American music that we all grew up with. And is the music changed in any way for the Malaysian audience?
None, not at all. Not one word. We didn't change one word.
And do they get it?
Oh, they get it. You know, it's funny. It's every joke is the same. They get it. I'll tell you, there was one difference. There's a difference when it comes to any joke that had to do with sort of goofing on your husband.
Okay.
Those didn't go over as well. Those go over much bigger in America than they do in Malaysia.
So when you found that out, did you change that for the show?
No, we left it the same. It doesn't. No, and it's interesting, you know. It's a different experience for them, and that's it. As far as the jokes, but the universality of menopause that's what it is.
It's a woman's
universal.
language.
They got it just and thing is, over in Malaysia, actually there were a lot more men in the audience. That was
because
the
did
big
they
difference.
know what they were coming to see?
I don't know. I think it was just that, you know, it's a little different over there. Here, the women all get together, and you know, big groups of women come in for ladies' night and things like that. There it was a little different. It's mostly couples would come and see it, so it was just a little different.
Maybe it's a difference in the culture where maybe women don't go out as freely as we do here in this country.
I agree. I think that's what it was. That was the greater part of it. You know, there's no ladies' nights there. So, but it was in English. We didn't change it. You know, almost everybody in Malaysia speaks English. Yeah, and they all understand it.
Now, what other countries is Menopause the Musical?
South Korea. It did play in London.
In English?
In London, they did change some things. They changed a few of the things, but it had to do with the songs, the rights to the songs, particularly the disco songs. They weren't allowed to use Bee Gees numbers, so they used two different disco songs.
So that's something the Bee Gees have in their copyright? You can't sing in London?
It's more probably ASCAP, who owns all the songs.
Okay.
Probably there's different countries have different rules, so they probably said, no, we can't give you the rights for that there. But I am not exactly sure, but I do know that they did change those.
That's something I would have never thought about. And so South Korea,
Israel, it's played in Tel Aviv. They're going to mount production in Dubai, if I'm not mistaken. This summer it's going to Singapore. Right now it's in Ireland, and one of the lady playing the professional woman is actually from Los Angeles, and she's over there right now in Dublin. Italy, played in Rome,
and
it's
we
played
use
in France.
Italian performers in Italy, for
Yes,
instance?
yes. Those all the places except Malaysia have casts that are from those countries. And a couple of them have been translated. I know in Tel Aviv it has been translated, South Korea has been translated, and Italy has been translated.
Well, I am going to look for Menopause the Musical when I'm traveling in other countries. I may just have to go watch it in another language.
I would love to see it in Italian.
Yes.
I think that would be
Would we
awesome.
have to sing it operatic or anything like that to make it fit?
No, not at all. I'm sure that that's they get people that are very clever with that. They can make they make it work. So.
Okay, where are we going after this one closes?
That's a good question.
Do you even know yet?
I do not know. I am praying daily that I get to go to Singapore.
Yeah.
But if not, I'm looking for other work. I'm actually applying at other theaters, actually around town. I've fallen in love with Atlanta.
Yeah,
So
I don't blame you.
I just may stay. The people here are awesome. They're so friendly and open and kind.
I just assumed you were a native Atlantan. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Cleveland.
Oh.
I started the show in Cleveland. I actually moved. I have kind of the same story as the ladies. I grew up in Cleveland and I moved to New York and lived there for 15 years and worked, directed all the time, acted, stage managed, and I just said, okay, I made an okay living at it, but I decided I needed a better life. So I moved to Cleveland and actually started making more money in theater in Cleveland. I had a day job, but I had all these great jobs at night that paid a lot of money. So I was able to buy a house
and the cost of living is less.
Cost of living was less. I got to travel a little bit, got a car. It was great. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, who would have ever imagined I got this job? It came to Cleveland. I applied. I came highly recommended, and I got the job, and it completely changed my life. I ended up selling my house and moving to Seattle, and now I've moved all over the country with it, and now here I am.
Well, that's a good tip for young people. You don't have to move to New York City to get into the theater.
No, there are opportunities everywhere.
Cleveland.
You never know. Well, I wouldn't suggest going to Cleveland, but I would. Atlanta has a lot of opportunities. It's a big theater community. But it doesn't hurt. You know, New York, it doesn't hurt. LA. I actually live in LA now. I moved to LA to start working in some film. I want to do some film acting. And I was actually did all right. And you know, I figured I always knew that I wasn't going to really make it till I was older because I'm a character actor. So you know, the younger actors who are all good looking want those roles. You know, they break in. You know, guys like me kind of fall along the wayside after a while. So you know, it's the field is a little more open when I'm a little older, and so I'm getting to that age. So that's the next thing. So probably end up at some point going back there and trying to get in some film work.
Do you think you'd ever get tired of the theater life?
I love the theater. I love going to it. I love working in it. And this is the first job I've ever had that I never once have gone, oh, I gotta go to work. It never. It's like.
What kind of job did you have that made you want to say that?
Oh, gosh. I sold plastic for 7 years, believe it or not. I've done it all. I worked at Christie's auction house. I've worked in messenger services. I've done everything but wait tables. That's one thing I've never
you've
done.
Not done
I've
the
never done the cliche wait tables, but I've worked every other day job you could imagine. Especially in New York City, worked every job you can imagine, and you know, nighttime jobs, daytime jobs, all kinds of stuff.
And I think that is important for all young people to understand that you've got to do other kind of things to survive while you're pursuing your passion in life.
Exactly. And it's
it
tough work, but you can make it happen. You know, and when it does, it's nothing short of miraculous, and it makes all that hard work pay off.
Absolutely.
You know, when that big break comes along, you have to be ready for it, and you get ready for it, and you're ready for it through experience. You know, so.
Experience. A lot of kids think they can get right out of college and land that job, the dream job, and experience goes a long way.
Well, I think the reason I got this one was I think that my resume showed that they could trust me because it was a big production and they had a lot at stake, and you know, I had directing credits, acting credits, stage managing, and managing businesses during the day outside of theater. So they said, you know, this guy I think can do this because obviously he's responsible and has been doing all kinds of stuff. So.
That's excellent advice for young people.
Great.
Donald, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
I'm looking forward to the show. Can't wait. How much longer?
What time is it?
It's 7:20.
It starts at 8.
All right.
Yes.
Exciting. I can't wait. Thank you very much.
Thank you.